Hey, look at these rainfall totals from over the weekend. You want to talk about heavy rain and the potential that the remnants of tropical systems have to just dump heavy rain. Right there is your example. Mason County had over 7 inches of rain. 3-day rainfall total, so it was spread out over 3 days, but over a ½ foot of rain in 3 days or higher. That's some pretty incredible stuff, and not in a good way. Massive issues with flooding over the weekend. Bath County had almost 6 3/4. The Fayette County Mesonet site, which is down on the southern side of the county, had over 5 inches of rain. And if we look at the radar estimated rainfall totals, over the 72-hour period, you can see those strips of almost that bright kind of fuchsia pinkish color out east, northeast of Cynthiana and towards Moorhead. That was the band of the heaviest accumulation there. So yeah, we got swamped. The good news is we're catching our breath. The heavy rain threat long gone. Still some active flood warnings. The Stoner Creek, the Licking River, the usual suspects, and also flood issues out on the western parts of west of Moorhead, western Rowan County. There, I got it out. We also have a flood advisory out for the Red River at Clay City. So there's still some rain hanging in. You've got spotty showers along the eastern rim of the mountain counties there, and this is all going to gradually track east and out of here. So we'll see it diminishing, but even into the afternoon, mostly cloudy, maybe a spotty sprinkle or two before we finally start to dry out into tomorrow. Today, coincidentally, is the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, September 10th, and look what's going on. We've got 3 in a row. Florence, Isaac, Helene. The 2 out in the Atlantic are not much of a threat to us at the moment. It's Category 2 as far as Helene goes, Category 1 for Isaac. But rapid intensification continues for Florence. Just as we went on the air, it got bumped up to a Category 4. 130-mile-per-hour sustained winds, an impressive eye on the satellite imagery there in Florence, is tracking into essentially jet fuel for thunderstorms. Sea surface temperatures in the mid-80s with the peak temperature around 86, 87 degrees. That's just fuel for these things to feed off of. And the cluster of computer models still taking it onshore somewhere along the coastal Carolinas late Thursday into Friday morning. You can see the spread from the Outer Banks all the way down to the northeastern side of the South Carolina coast there, and then eventually bringing it inland. Now, as far as the National Hurricane Center forecast track, it's pretty much mirroring it. There hasn't been a lot of change here aside from that jog up to the North Carolina border there up around Wilmington. Potentially as a major hurricane, a Category 4 beyond the storm surge and the wind. This could be a major issue inland as far as flash flooding goes, and that would be the strongest landfalling hurricane that far north on record. Hurricane Hazel came ashore down toward the South Carolina border back in the 50s. So this is not usual as far as that northern track, and there's where you get into that flood threat inland as it just works its way in and rains itself out. Eastern Kentucky may catch a little bit of that, but of course that's still way up in the air as far as whether or not it'll punch that far west. So enjoy the dry weather. We've got a couple of days off. Our next rain chance to you this weekend.